Hey there, I'm Michael Pink. I got a question for you. Have you ever in your life had an experience where you were trusting God, quote unquote, trusting God for an outcome that didn't seem to materialize, didn't come to pass, and you were a little bit disappointed and you wondered what happened? If you've ever had that experience, this story is for you. It was 1979. It was August. Our year end was August the 31st. That was our corporate year end. In the business I was in as a copier salesman, we had 3 months to make $66,000 worth of sales. If we did, we got a $2,000 bonus. That took 13 copier sales to do that. Now, only 15 to 20% of the guys actually hit quota in a 90-day period, but that was the goal. Anyways, by the end of July, June and July had already come and gone, I was already at quota. I was like, wow, everything I did after that was going to be bonus. It was going to be fantastic. Plus, because our month end in July ended on 27th or 28th or something like that, we had 5 weeks in August to really knock it out of the park. And so I prayed and sought God and did a lot of things and, gave money and, like, okay, God, you're on my side, right? And so after 1 week, I had no sales. And I said, Lord, what's going on? And he said, trust me. I thought about it. I thought, you know what? There's still 4 weeks left. Of course I can trust you. That's like a normal month. After 2 weeks, no sales. I'm getting a little bit nervous. And I went to the Lord and I said, Lord, what's going on here? And he said, trust me. After 3 weeks, no sales, I'm thinking, what's going on? He said, trust me. And I thought, there's still 2 weeks left. That's like a half a month. A lot of times you get your sales in the last half of the month. Okay, I can still trust you because there's still 2 weeks left for me to work really hard, right? After the 4th week, no sales and no prospects. I'm out cold calling. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday came and went. 4 weeks and 4 days and no sales. And I'm beyond stressed because I'm on straight commission. I have a wife and kids, house payment, car payment, all the stuff that most people have. I get it, right? And I'm like, what am I going to do? And one of the other salesmen was there that Thursday night at the office, and he said, can I pray for you? And I said, sure. I sat down on a chair in the middle of the room. He laid his hands on me, and he prayed. Whatever he said, I have no idea, but I will never, ever forget what actually happened. Because as he was praying, a movie began to play in my mind. I could see this movie like a vision. And in the movie, I'm standing in the shallow end of a swimming pool with Jesus right next to me. And in the movie, he says to me, hey, Michael, how would you like it if I baptized you and held you underwater for 60 seconds and supernaturally enabled you to breathe, to inhale, and then bring you up after 60 seconds? I said, Lord, that'd be fantastic. I hate having to always come up for air. It'd be wonderful to be able to stay down and just inhale. That'd be great. So in the movie, he puts me down for 60 seconds, and when I come back up, I come up gasping. I did it. I held my breath for 60 seconds. I didn't trust you. I didn't inhale. I didn't breathe. I didn't relax. I did whatever I did in my own strength, and I realized I wasn't trusting him, and I didn't know what to do. So the next day, I got up. It's Friday. I've got 8 hours left in my year. I'm staring at a goose egg, and I say, Lord, whatever happens, I'm fine with it. If you do something, great. If you don't, fine. I, for the first time, did you've heard the expression, let go and let God. That's exactly what I did. I ceased my own efforts. I just went randomly. The first guy I called on, he bought a copier. The good news is I'm now not going to be broke. I'm going to get some commission. But then the second guy in a row bought a copier. I'd never made 2 sales in a month ever. On the same day. Then the third guy bought a copier, and the 4th guy in a row bought a copier. I had my monthly quota before lunch. I was like, this is amazing. And then the 5th guy, and the 6th guy, and the 7th guy. Can you believe it? 7 copier sales in one day, different companies. But then the 8th guy, and the 9th guy, and the 10th guy. Like, are you kidding me? Everybody's buying copiers, but the day's still not quite over. Then the 11th guy and the 12th guy in a row bought a copier. Amazing. I came into the office at 5:30 with 12 orders, $56,000 worth of business, and there's a message on the message board from somebody who was interested in a brochure. I called him, he was still there. I went over to his place and he bought a $10,000 copier. 13 sales in a row, $66,000 worth of business, 3-month quota in a single day. Now I want you to understand something. It wasn't because I learned how to close the sale. It wasn't some kind of storytelling. It was just God doing his thing. And I realized it must have felt like that with Peter. Remember when they were fishing all night and toiling all night? These were professional fishermen who had caught nothing. And Jesus comes along and he says, essentially he says, trust me. What he said was, throw your net on the right side of the boat. I was like, okay, we'll do it. What's to lose at this point, right? And that's how I felt, by the way. And they threw the net in and they brought up enough fish to almost sink 2 boats. And at that moment, Peter knew this was a miracle. He learned something about Jesus that he never knew before, right? I felt like that. I had learned experientially at that point what it was like to trust God, to let go and let him do his thing. Friend, I want to encourage you to do the very same thing. Trust God, let go, leave the outcome up to him. We do our part, he does his part, and it is stunning. Thanks for listening, and God bless.